You guys already know this the main one tapping in all the way from H-Town, Houston, Texas. I'm here with my boy T.A.G.
T.A.G.
T.A.G, very nice, very evil.
Well, that's tag shit.
The only thing we're gonna do is take over, baby.
Free fall as I dive through the kaleidoscope in my mind. No rope up to climb. Gotta remind myself that I'm fine. Mama, I don't really.
What up? What up? What up, you beautiful people out there? It is your soon-to-be favorite members of the IWC here to bring you with that hot tag of what you all already know, that good old Royal Rumble. Now, this Royal Rumble hailed from Saudi Arabia, and we're not going to confuse it with the greatest Royal Rumble that happened a few years back, but this is the 2026 Royal Rumble, and of course the official start to Mania season. And let's give some first impressions. What was your overall thoughts about this whole PLE as a whole?
Well, on two fronts, personally, I feel absolutely slighted because I was screwed. I was screwed thanks to AAA with Mr. Iguana and La Parka, because I should. I don't look. That's just personal because, you know, we had the tag rumble going on. However, I don't like it, man. Nothing against Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble as a whole, perfectly fine. But this Royal Rumble, and I think it's just primarily the Saudi Arabia shows, because
and funny you say that, because shout outs to Mike. We was chatting back and forth, and we was like, I think it's the Saudi stink. It's that Saudi stink that they talk about with these shows, because I mean, no offense to the women and no offense, but the women couldn't show off their individuality because they all had to wear the bodysuits. And it's just something that just felt off. Like the whole PLE just felt off. Like to be honest, if you wouldn't have told me this was a Royal Rumble, I would have thought this was just some crazy Saudi show that they wanted to run.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, just
and look, nothing against the bodysuits outside of, you know, our personal, you know, things.
Yeah,
but
personal.
The real problem with the bodysuits is that it was hard to differentiate who from who, because you can only do so much to the bodysuits that's going to separate some of the women. Because if you have a lot of them that's wearing black, a lot of them that's wearing white, there for a good moment, I didn't realize that Kiana James had been in there as long as she did, because I thought she was like knocked out. And then
look, at one point, I didn't even know she even got eliminated. I was like, when did Kiana even get eliminated?
Exactly. And then that was part of the issue there. At the same time, and this is the main thing about these Saudi shows, which is going to really make me despise WrestleMania for 2027, is that because I had it clicked, because I didn't know what it was, and then it clicked to me as far as what my issue was. And the one thing that I can chalk it up to as far as an equivalence is if you are a diehard fan of Eminem going into an Eminem concert, and you're in the crowd with a bunch of hype fans, and the majority of the crowd is just bandwagon fans of Eminem, where they just know like the hits, where it's like My Name Is, or Real Slim Shady, and stuff like that. And so then all of a sudden he plays Bitch Please 2 or Criminal, and like you like yeah, but then the rest of the crowd is like they don't know what to do. And when it comes to this, and this is why, you know, we'll probably get into it with the men's rumble, but the same thing with Powerhouse Hobbs, where it's like I feel like that shit was wasted, because, you know, we know the shit, but it's like all of, and I think I believe I heard it on Wrestle Talk, I believe, where they said that Saudi doesn't get AEW at all. Like they don't get a chance to get the broadcast for AEW.
Really?
Yeah. So that, and I didn't know that until they had said it on there. But even then, when it comes to, because a lot of the women didn't really get a lot of pops or anything like that, because they're waiting for the ones that they build up, which also leads to the gripe that I have about about WWE's booking when it comes to them not creating more stars. So with this shit, it's just like a lot of this stuff is wasted, because if they're not stars of yesteryear or big stars right now, Saudi isn't really gonna pop for this because they don't know anybody,
And Saudi, I don't appreciate y'all booing my girl Lash like that. I don't appreciate y'all yelling "you can't wrestle" to Nia like that.
Yeah, and look, and we got to look. I understand the gripes against Nia, but she has improved immensely over the years. So
immensely. But
that's crazy.
Before we get into it, the first Rumble was the Women's Rumble. Hey, Dizzle, did you notice something interesting about this Royal Rumble build-up?
You mean the fact that it was non-existent?
That, and they did no stats. Remember how they always have the vignettes? They waited until the pre-show to give you the vignette video. And it wasn't even so much a vignette video, it was just giving out stats like, hey, Cody, Austin, and Michaels were the only people that won 2 Royal Rumbles. While
that's right.
Like
they sure did.
Like there's usually a package video yearly showing you the odds, the percentages, the this, the that, the eliminations. None of that. They did none of that this year. But go ahead.
Do you think it was a Saudi thing? As why they didn't do that?
It had to be, because I mean, even if they didn't want to have to include the women or something, they could have did something. The fact that it was just no package video to talk about previous Rumble situations. So I don't know. It was weird. But
yeah.
All right. So I am going to start rounding off the list. Let me know at any point if you want me to pause. So number 1, Charlotte Flair. Number 2, Alexa Bliss. Number 3, Kiana James. Number 4, Nia Jax. Number 5, Ivy Nile. Number 6, NXT's Lola Vice. Number 7, Candice LeRae. Number 8, Jordan Grace. Number 9, Becky Lynch.
Hold up. All right, stop right there.
All right.
Okay. So out of all those names that you mentioned, if we go back to the first 2, which was Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, they started off something very nice with them being like, okay, hey, power in numbers, let's go ahead and wait, blah, blah, blah. They didn't do shit to eliminate anybody in the beginning. Nobody really got eliminated until Jordan Grace really got in. That's why I said stop at Jordan Grace, because it wasn't until she got in the ring where eliminations really started happening. So you telling me you got a tag team there with 2 people that could have just really just bum rushed especially because Kiana James was what, 3rd, right?
Kiana James was 3rd.
Yeah.
There should have been no way Kiana James should have lasted. Hold on, her official time was 27 minutes and 30 seconds.
Craziness. And nothing against Kiana James. I'm just saying the way that she's been booked, logistically speaking, he should have been out of there with the quickness with a Charlotte and an Alexa Bliss in the wing. But continue.
Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. What else up there? Number 9, Becky Lynch. Number 10, NXT Sol Ruka. Number 11, Roxanne Perez. Number 10, number 12, Maxine Dupree. Number 13, debuting with the new name change, Natty. Number 14, Liv Morgan. Number 15, Lash Legend. Number 16, Zelina. Number 17, Raquel Rodriguez. Number 18, Chelsea Green. 19, Julia. 20, Io Sky. 21, Asuka. 22, Rhea Ripley. 23, Bayley. 24, NXT Women's Champion, JC Jane. 25, Nikki Bella. 26, Lyra Valkyria. 27, NXT's Kalani Jordan. 28, Kyrie Sane. 29, Brie Bella. And lucky number 30 was Tiffany Stratton. So those were your 30 women. And give a shout outs to the Juggernaut Show down there at the bottom there, joining us for this Rumble review. But yeah, those were your 30 women that entered the Rumble.
Okay. So one thing that stood out to me the most, outside of the first part with the Charlotte and Alexa thing, going back to the whole team situation, I thought they were building up something with Lyra and Bailey, and they just get unceremoniously just completely eliminated out of fucking nowhere. Same thing with Becky, because now the Becky thing is different because I don't know if she was meant to go out at that time, because that was just off. Because now I don't know
if
was
a very awkward situation.
Yeah. So I mean, are they built? Like, I mean,
a lot of eliminations, throughout the night in both the men's and the women's Rumble. There was like some weird, like just eliminations all around. It's like, wait, were they supposed to be eliminated right there? Like, was that supposed to happen? Like, it was kind of very confusing. Like, I don't know, whoever booked these Rumbles, like, booked some of these spots. I just am very confused a little bit.
Crazy.
But
yeah, go ahead.
If we're giving a shout out, the Iron Woman of the match was Charlotte Flair. She lasted 59 minutes, 49 seconds. Lash Legend had the most eliminations, with her eliminating Jordan Grace, Nikki Bella, Brie Bella, Charlotte Flair, and Io Sky. That was a pretty impressive 5, for Lash Legend to eliminate.
Oh, absolutely. I'm
Lash Legend, she was the MVP of the Royal Rumble.
That's some pretty, and kind of like what you were saying. I hated that Nia couldn't last long enough to be in there with Lash, because at least they could have did what you said that Charlotte and Alexa should have did and just run roughshod over the competition. But whatever, I guess.
Also, Sol Ruka, she had another great showing in the Rumble as well. I liked.
I'm gonna say this. If they fumble Sol Ruka, then okay, let me say this, because once again we be giving WWE too much credit. Don't fumble Sol Ruka. Let's just say that. Just don't fumble Sol.
So I was live streaming with the Flex Zone for the Rumble, okay? And I got like, it was like right before Brie Bella was about to come out. I got like watch number 30 be Brie Bella. Watch it here, Brie mode, and then like 29. I go like, oh look, say her name when she appears, Brie Bella.
Hey, when I tell you how upset I was that I drew Brie Bella of all people, I was like,
listen, I was very, I don't know, it's weird thing. Like, I definitely think the women's Rumble, women's Rumble match was a lot better than the men's Rumble.
Yes.
Because you had some things that further on storylines. Especially, I mean, there was a lot with the tag team stuff. It kind of seems like ultimately the Bellas are eventually going to win those titles. I mean, I feel like that's what's going to happen.
If you're watching Raw tonight, they both came out and declared that they're going for the tag team titles. So there you go.
Not surprised.
I like how you furthered storylines like with Raquel and Liv Morgan. I really like that. With Liv eliminating her in the match.
Which, as of right now, water under the bridge. Raquel seen the show.
They be doing my girl Chelsea Green dirty. They doing her dirty.
Well, I mean,
they do her dirty.
That's what they kind of treating Chelsea there. She's kind of the quote unquote comedy act.
But listen, a dark horse in the match was Kiana James. I like Kiana James. She's very underrated, and some people go like, oh man, this. People can see what she's actually made of here. So I really like that there.
Good people, what y'all are seeing are the 3 final women in the match: Sol Ruka, Tiffany Stratton, and Liv Morgan. And before we get down to the finish of it, we will let y'all know who each of us had in the tag rumble on the women's side. So Lip Dizzle had Candice LeRae, Becky Lynch, Lash Legend, Raquel, and Chelsea. I had Nia Jax, Ivy Nile, Roxanne Perez, Lyra Valkyria, and Brie Bella. Fucking Brie Bella. Jaeger had Charlotte. Jaeger had Charlotte, Maxine Dupree, Rhea Ripley, JC Jane, and Kalani Jordan. Juggernaut had Lola Vice, Zelina, Julia, Asuka, and Kyrie. And Leo, who ended up having 6 picks. Hold on, what did Leo, who had 6 picks, had Kiana James, Jordan Grace, Sol Ruka, Io, Bailey, and Nikki Bella. So those are the picks we had for the Women Rumble. But yes, these were your final 3. And one of the weird moments was Sol was trying to dump both of the women out, and the momentum took her on the outside. And then the 3 women proceed to fight on the apron, and the whole time Ashley is like, get back in the ring. Just get back in the ring. Get back in the ring. You don't have to fight out here. Just get back in the ring.
Yep.
But ultimately, with all the fighting, scuffling, and spots, your eventual winner, if you didn't know already, is Judgment Day's Liv Morgan. And I'm pretty sure Leo probably fucking lost it.
Oh, he did lose it. I saw he was doing a stream on his own channel, and like,
so
I went to see what he did, and like, yeah, dude, he was losing it. He was marking the hell out. Hey, Liv Morgan deserves it. These past years, she got second, and then she got third. Hey, this was, well, I'm gonna try to say this was, third time's the charm here. This is gonna be it for her right here, and
yeah,
she it's well deserved for her. I'm happy for her.
So she came in the 14th spot, and Liv Morgan lasted a total of 43 minutes and 50 seconds to get the dub. And her eliminations: Natty, Raquel Rodriguez, and Tiffany Stratton.
Speaking of Natty, I don't know why like Natty had to eliminate Becky Lynch. It's like, I mean, we're not going to be taking Natty seriously here. You know what I mean?
Whoa. This ain't Natalia. We're talking about the low-key legend here.
Yeah.
I was about to say, we're talking about the low-key legend now. So wait a minute now.
Also, her theme song kind of reminds me of, what's that band? What they do this, Bulls on a something. I can't remember, but it reminds me of this song though, like her new theme song.
Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah, Rage Against the I think it's that band. Yeah, Rage Against the Machine. Yeah, her. That's what her theme reminds me of, which is.
But so Dirty Dom returned tonight, and he introduced Liv. Liv came out and she said that she don't know who she's picking. She's gonna have to go to SmackDown to see what's going on there. So we expect to see Liv on SmackDown. But she did introduce Raquel by saying, she's gonna be the new women's champion. And as of right now, Raquel and Stephanie are currently fighting in their Philadelphia street fight. So we'll see as time goes. But gentlemen, any last words about the Women Rumble before we move on to the next match?
Yeah, I just gotta say, it was a decent Rumble. I mean, I just kind of wish we had a little bit more surprises. But I mean, they were in Saudi. It's kind of hard to bring some people
trying
over.
To get people out there.
Trying to get people out to Saudi. But like I said, I did like how they progressed stories, how they showcased some new stars. So I did think it was a positive Rumble. It was a positive Rumble.
All right. And the next match, which I felt so bad because the way y'all was fantasy booking this on the preview.
Yeah, this went no way I
expected
this match.
We had AJ Styles taking on Gunther, and the caveat is if Uncle Allen loses, Uncle Allen has to retire. And Uncle Allen put up a fight.
Yeah,
he did.
He put up a fight, but it just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. Like, listen, Gunther was going like, hey, rent money is due here. He looks like he was actually trying to kill AJ Styles and really try to hurt him bad. Because my God, dude, this match was brutal for AJ Styles. Really
It was. But I
And
mean,
it's
shout out to the
kind
fact
of
that Uncle Allen still was putting in that fight though. He was still putting in that work.
he did. You know what I mean? He went after that leg a lot. Really targeted that. I like how. Wait, no, I was thinking of the next match. How he was kind of targeting his back, but no, that was Sami Zayn. But I really like how the different transitions that they were doing in this match. Into like into the power bombs and like into AJ Styles doing the calf crusher. Yeah, I mean it was a very, very brutal match, and even that table spot that they did on the outside. I mean, yeah, AJ Styles, he just has so much fight in him, but I mean, he went down like Johnson, and then like the Goldberg got submitted as well, right? Yeah,
I think
No,
so.
he actually went down the way John Cena should have gone down.
Mm-hmm.
That the way that he went completely, well, how his arm went limp.
Yeah.
I thought that was the best way to go about it, because he had locked the chokehold in about a good 4 times prior to that the conclusion of the match. And I appreciate how his arm went limp, ref hit it one time, and then it was it was over with.
Can we talk about?
We would do like the raise your hand like 3 times. I wish I would do it that way.
No, there was no need. As soon as his arm went limp, that was it.
Can we talk about how Dan Engler was the MVP of this match?
His emotions, he was like AJ.
He did not want AJ to lose this match. The facial expressions Dan was giving this whole match was like, Gunther, please just take the L. Please.
Yeah.
I do not want Uncle Allen to go. Like, please. Like, look at the concern on his face now. He's like, AJ, come on now. Get up, AJ. Come on, AJ.
He was like, AJ, come on, AJ.
But as we see, unfortunately, like Dizzle said, AJ went night-night. And of course, Big Gunther was like, add another one to the slate, because your boy is taking out these legends left and right. Matter of fact, hold on, because Aranya and I was making fun because we was like, AJ over there, sleep. Hold on. AJ was over there, sleep. and then look at Dan in the back, like, God damn it. Another one. And then of course when Dan went over there to AJ woke up like, what happened? Is the match still going? And Dan was like, nah, big dog, you lost it. You lost.
I heard rumors that AJ is on his way to AEW. That's what I've been hearing about. I hope not. Like, I don't know, but I mean, I'm gonna be surprised if he has a little run with AEW.
I'm still 100% adamant on what I said a couple weeks ago. But I will say this, because there has been some because of how early this happened.
Mm-hmm.
If I am wrong, I'm going to have to come back on here and eat my fucking words and admit that I was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason why I can see it is the fact that, one, I do believe Uncle AJ, as this is his last year. And the only reason I can see him going to AEW or anything like that is one of those, hey, y'all know I love it here, but I got about 7 matches I need to have. And unfortunately, them 7 people ain't here.
I think he'll have one. If he does, he'll have one with Will Ospreay at Wembley. He'll do one with Ospreay at Wembley. That'd be a banger of a match.
I don't know.
Or I don't know. Does he go back to TNA, one more world title over there? Because he's been,
maybe that could be a thing too.
Because he was also teasing Frankie Kazarian, but I want him to win a championship and a world title in WWE. But I don't know. Well, I don't know. It's very interesting. Like, Gunther's ruining taking out my childhood heroes. Come on, Gunther, what are you doing? The biggest heel in the company.
But Uncle AJ was getting ready to put the gloves down. The crowd was cheering. He violently put the gloves back on, signal to the fans, and went out with his head held high. But unfortunately, Uncle Allen is done in the WWE.
Craziness.
And then we move on to our undisputed WWE Championship match. Drew McIntyre defending against one Sami Zayn. Now the stats going into this match, Sami Zayn is 0-11 against Drew. But Sami Zayn is undefeated in Saudi Arabia. So, what's going to happen, folks?
They really wanted you to believe.
They wanted you to believe.
Hey, this match is how it should have went. This is, I expected the match to go this way. I mean, Sami Zayn, he had a lot of fight in this match. He was really selling his ass off like he always does. I mean, Drew McIntyre, he was saying Claymore after Claymore, sorry, Future Shock after Future Shock.
Yeah.
After Future Shock, I'm like, damn, I said, you're gonna kill this man. Like, okay, we get it already. I don't know. It's like between like Gunther and Drew, like, man, these both they just want to freaking kill their opponents.
Actually, he hit a few Claymores as well. Like I'm going through the photos. He hit about 3 different Claymores. So,
yeah.
But so I will say this, and this kind of ties back to Dizzle's point. With this match being as entertaining as it was, they really should have pulled the trigger on Drew being champion sooner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They really should have pulled the Drew being champion a lot sooner than what they did. Because now it sucks that, okay, Drew gets this match with Zayn. He may get a match at Elimination Chamber. Then it's going to be Mania.
Probably most likely a triple threat.
And then if Drew loses at Mania, then it's like, well, shit, we only got 3 months with him being champion. Type of energy.
Yeah.
So I definitely share that sentiment that Drew should have been champion a lot sooner.
Also, that table spot was pretty nasty that they did.
Oh, hold on. Well, this spot right here. Hold on 1 second.
I mean, he already has the picture ready. He's
Oh yeah. This bad boy right here.
Yeah, that power bomb spot with table exploding and all that. I didn't know that table could break. Like, I still remember Pat McAfee saying that from WrestleMania. And every time a table breaks, I'm like, I didn't know that table could break. I still don't know that table could break.
I think so. So they normally say it can't break, but you could tell the times they gimmick it to break.
Yeah. We didn't see no tables getting tossed, but we saw tables breaking though.
Yes.
We didn't see no tables getting flipped.
But as we mentioned, this was the closing moments at the hard-fought match. We did get that Claymore again, and 1, 2, 3, Big Drew with the dub. And I guess he deserved it. And I was glad that it was one of those moments where the Saudi crowd didn't 100% turn on Drew. But like let's face it, people. Like, once again, they let you believe. They let you believe that Sammy was going to achieve the impossible. But come on, people. Come on, people. Not yet.
We all knew.
Maybe soon.
Maybe next year. Maybe Sami Zayn wins the Rumble next year, because Mania is going to be in Saudi next year. So maybe that's a pull trigger on.
To be honest, right? I'm not going to even fantasy book that far ahead. I don't think they're going to wait till next year. I think Sammy may get it this year. I don't know how and what way, but I can see Sammy actually getting it this year.
Well, and this is where I'm kind of going to stick to what I was predicting last week, where I was like, I think Sammy. Well, no, sorry, because I didn't. We didn't do it on the show last week, because I had messaged it in the group where I was like, Sammy will lose, and then he'll go into the Rumble and then
Mhm.
and then probably win. Because I think Gunther was a waste, which we'll get into obviously.
Yeah.
But I think instead of Roman, because you can always build a Roman CM Punk feud, whatever, because there's nothing really going on Raw. And just kind of how I said with the Cody interjecting himself into like a Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre feud, you could have easily made that championship match for Mania a 4-way with Sammy included. So if Sammy won, and then you still got the whole thing with Drew and with Jacob Fatu and Cody going at it, and all of a sudden all 4 of them are in this whole broil to go into for the world championship. Why not make that a 4-way and then have Punk and Roman have their one-on-one? I think it makes for a better story, and then you could have ended off with him actually getting a big win in Saudi for Royal Rumble. So I don't know. I feel like that was a missed opportunity.
It was.
I agree with that.
And I think to me it was more of a missed opportunity because, like, once again, it's that same old booking that they do.
Yes.
And it's that same old, and it's like, I guess. But to give y'all an update, Stephanie retained in the street fight.
Really?
So Raquel did tell Liv not to come out and interfere. She did, along with Roxanne, and Stephanie still ended up retaining. And then Liv just dropped Stephanie, held up the championship, and walked out. So there you go. All right, and your main event, ladies and gentlemen, of the evening was the Men's Royal Rumble. And once again, I'm going to round off the names. Stop me whenever you need me to. Well, I'm gonna just go ahead and just stop myself straight up, because number 1 entrant in the 2026 Men's Royal Rumble, and to shout out Booker T, Mr. No Bread, No Water, Just Me. Obafemi started off the Royal Rumble just looking just like $1 million. Like, you would have thought he belonged on that main roster the way he came out there. But going back to the graphic, Obafemi number 1, Braun Breaker number 2. We will stop right there. Before Braun Breaker could even get in the ring, a masked man attacked Braun Breaker. Gave him the stomp and everything.
I am tired of them doing this with this whole. I am so over this whole with the black hoodie and like with the mask on there. It's like the one member part of the Vision that doesn't even last. That doesn't last that long. He doesn't get a fair shot in the Rumble match. Like they did Braun Breaker so dirty here, and like, oh yeah, this is Seth Rollins. Like they don't have nothing better to do for the storyline. Like, why do they keep interjecting these guys with these black hoodies and like with face masks and like? I'd rather have that person reveal themselves right then and there.
Well, it should have. It was the perfect time to do that.
That was the perfect time to do that. I don't think it was Rollins. I really don't think it was Rollins.
No.
I feel like it was awesome.
Now, to give y'all an update, the person was not revealed.
Of course.
Tonight, Braun Breaker and the Vision started off the show, and Braun was screaming, yelling, cussing, saying he was gonna hijack everything. He was gonna ruin the show, and Pierce knew who did it, and Pierce and Pierce was like, "Fuck out my ring, all of y'all." Like pretty much, fuck out my ring. Like, I don't want to hear all this bullshit. Like, I know who the masked person is. Fuck out my ring kind of energy. And eventually he did kick Braun Breaker out the building. And there's a part I'm leaving out because of when we get to the list of names. But also from that, Roman is now coming out there now. But from that, we Oba does debut on Raw, which we don't know for sure that he's on Raw, but he beats up both members of the Viking Raiders, and it was like, damn, that's crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah,
They're really going to push him hard, aren't they?
but,
I mean, that performance he had in the Rumble, like
Yeah.
eliminating people left and right. Yeah, but go on. Tell the rest of the people in the Rumble.
All right,
match.
so number 3, Solo Sikoa. Number 4, Rey Mysterio. Number 5, Rusev. 6, Matt Cardona. 7, Damian Priest. 8, Javon Evans. Number 9, everybody's favorite, Mr. Iguana. Sorry, Dizzle. Number 10, Trick Willie. Number 11, Cody Raheem Rhodes. Number 12, El Grande Americano. Number 13, original El Grande Americano, which I will stop.
AKA Chad Gable.
That played tonight. El Grande Americano had his rematch with Javon Evans, and original Grande comes out there on the stage, distracts current Grande, and Javon gets the dub. Number 14, the debuting, hold on, not the best picture, but the debuting Royce Keys. And I said in the group chat, they didn't kind of necessarily have to take that little shot the way they took, but at first they had the name Powerhouse Hobbs. The name got shattered to show that his name is now Royce Keys. And people are probably still like, well, Royce is his youngest son's name, and apparently Keys is his mother's maiden name. So there y'all go. Royce Keys.
Hey, what do you need to start the Rolls Royce? Keys.
Pretty much Keys. But yes.
You need keys to start the Rolls Royce.
Number 15, Austin Theory. Number 16, Bronson Reed. Number 17, Ilya Dragunov. Number 18, La Parka. Once again, sorry, Dizzle. Number 19, Dragon Lee. 20, Logan Paul. 21, the returning L.A. Knight. Yeah. And he's been a thorn in the Vision side all night tonight. So that's why I left his name out there. Number 22, the man that nobody wanted to see in this fucking Royal Rumble, Brock Lesnar. Number 23, The Miz. 24, Rey Fenix. 25, Jey Uso. 26, Roman Reigns. 27, Jacob Fatu. 28, Penta. 29, Randall Orton. And like Dizzle mentioned earlier, number 30, the career killer, Gunther.
You know, I feel like I'm in the same boat with a lot of people, but this Rumble match was very disappointing, very, very underwhelming. It's like the way that they booked this match. It's like,
so one of the things I think the Rumble truly needs to stop doing, or if they're gonna do it, you have to build it up. Royal Rumble going forward needs to make it to where the 30 men or the 30 women all have a chance to truly win this. Because if I'm seeing like, oh, well, hold on. Before I get into it, the reason why Dizzle made that remark earlier is because our personal picks in the Rumble. So for me, I had Rey Mysterio, Rusev, Cody, Roman, and Randall. Dizzle had Damian Priest, Mr. Iguana, Austin Theory, Ilya Dragunov, and La Parka.
Trash. Fucking trash.
Juggs had Cardona, Bronson Reed, Dragon Lee, LaKnight, and Penta. Jaeger, Obafemi. That motherfucker had Obafemi, El Grande, Brock, Phoenix, and Jacob Fatu. And Leo, of course, once again, had 6 picks. Solo, Javon, Trick Willie, Logan Paul, The Miz, and Jey Uso. So yeah, those were our picks in the men's Rumble. But once again, just like Dizzle said, we knew La Parka, Mr. Iguana, The Miz, Rey Fenix, and Dragon Lee were not going to win this. El Grande Americano and original El Grande Americano were not going to win this.
Well, see, and here's a problem that I have, because this is where storylines and shit don't make any fucking sense. And 2 primary things. One, the shit with Finn Balor. You're gonna tell me that AAA stars take precedent over WWE homegrown stars at this point when it comes to the Royal Rumble? Like, you telling me that Mr. Iguana and fucking La Parka, which that, like, I can understand the Mr. Iguana shit, but La Parka,
yeah, that was a wild one.
Who made that idea? Who made that decision?
Who here searching for and look, and I'm pretty sure this ain't the original La Parka, right?
Huh?
This has to be this isn't the
This is the third iteration of La Parka. This is the current AAA iteration.
You know, they should have had Finn Balor attack somebody. Like,
no. If they was gonna do it, they should have had Vikingo, if anything, more than La Parka.
And that's fine, and that would have been fine. But my thing is, it's like the shit. Ain't nobody searching for La Parka.
No, I agree.
Also,
I agree.
These whole like announcing, like, oh yeah, I'm declaring myself for the Rumble. Like, I'd rather have it a mystery. You know, like, okay, who's exactly in the Rumble? Because I hate when they. I don't know. I just don't like them. Like, oh yeah, I'm declaring myself for the Rumble, and like. I don't know. You have your expectations high, and then you always get disappointed. Because I don't know. I just felt like there were going to be more surprises in the match.
Well, the thing is, what they used to do was they used to have the whole drawing where everybody would get their numbers and stuff like that, and some people would keep it to themselves, other people would show what number they got, and so you'd kind of have some idea of who's coming at what number and whatever, and then you'd have people either wrestle for number 30 or wrestle, you know, or have, because they used to be way more creative with the shit. Mm-hmm. And I don't understand why we're not doing that again. The other issue that
maybe because it's
they're out of, and they're also out of touch.
Well, I mean, but thing is, you can be out of touch and still be able to shit out a decent fucking story, and because you can easily go back to what you did before. But the other issue that I had is this fucking Jey Uso bullshit, because you already told us 3 times already within the past 6 months that he needs to get way more serious, and he's upset that he lost a championship, and that and then you had this whole thing where Jimmy came back and then Roman came and the whole thing with the vision, and he was like, nah, I gotta focus on the championship and all this other shit. Then you go into the tag team championship picture again, and then you still doing the yeet stuff, and you like there is no fucking consistency.
And you're running it back,
and then you come in, and then you tell everybody, "Hey, I'm declaring my stuff for the Royal Rumble, and I'm trying to be serious now." But then when the Royal Rumble comes, you coming down yeeting like it's a fucking game. Like, I don't the shit. Like, I can understand, like, if he didn't care and he was still yeeting, I'd be like, okay, cool, yeet's getting old, whatever. But at least, you know, it's consistent. But you telling everybody you're being fucking serious, and then you still come out playing.
And then you run it back while the match is going on.
It's fucking stupid.
Well, then let's talk about the fact that Jey Uso took so long that we almost missed the fact that Cody and LA Knight eliminated Brock Lesnar.
Which there's that too.
You see it like at the last second. You see Brock Lesnar going over, and like, oh, Brock Lesnar just got eliminated. What? Like, I don't know. Like, they didn't catch some of these eliminations. The greatest.
But to rewind back, Finn did have a segment where he said, you know, in every company I've been in, I never was the nicest person. I never was the man to come in and just be nice guy. So I'm starting to see that maybe I got to stop being a nice guy around here.
At least there's that. Okay, I'm cool with that.
He did have a little vignette. So to give y'all if y'all didn't know, of course, Roman Reigns gets the dub. And I'm only saying this, I know we're gonna go back. Right now, Roman's talking, and pretty much everybody in the crowd wants him to challenge CM Punk. So CM Punk comes out, and now I guess they about to have words. But go ahead.
Oh yeah, I mean, but yeah, with that situation, as far as with Finn, I'm cool with this. Look, this is gonna be like the worst kept fucking secret, because there is no fucking way that we are about to get Roman and Drew. And even if we get into the Elimination Chamber and it's for the championship for SmackDown and Cody wins that, I could see that, but they're already actually building a storyline that can go in a multitude of ways. You can get the one-on-one with Cody and Drew. You can get a 3-way with Cody, Drew, and Jacob or 2. You can get a 4-way with Sammy. They're already established something over there. with the situation with CM Punk's World Championship, there is no fucking build to anything, because anything I thought they were doing makes no fucking sense right now and is just fucking trash, because we thought we would get the Braun Breaker stuff. They fumbled that shit twice already. Anything with Seth Rollins can't really do, because now they're going to be embroiled in that whole thing with the Vision and Seth Rollins. So he ain't even thinking about CM Punk at this point. And then there's honestly nobody that they've built up at this point that's going to legitimately challenge CM Punk, unless they pull a fucking audible and do LA Knight. But you've already downgraded him so much that you can't even realistically look at that shit as a possibility for him being in the WrestleMania main event.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
and also I'm kind of upset about this Final Four. I mean, not with like Roman Reigns and stuff, but like you have Randy Orton in there. I'd rather had LA Knight in the Final Four. LA Knight, and also I wouldn't have Gunther in there either. I would have Braun Breaker be like an Iron Man in this match, you know, let him last in a long time. It was just
the official Iron Man.
I'm cool with Logan Paul. I'm cool with Logan Paul being in there.
Well, Juggs, if you want to say, the official Iron Man was Javon Evans, and he eclipsed Oba by like a minute.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's wild.
Like Oba lasted 39. Huh?
He didn't have any eliminations, right?
Javon had no eliminations. So Oba lasted 39 minutes 4 seconds. Javon lasted 40 minutes 58 seconds with no eliminations.
But yeah, I mean, Oba Femi, like he was just a beast out there, eliminating people left and right. You know, trying to be like that. You know, then like next Brock Lesnar here.
Hey, I'm gonna fuck with y'all for a second. Listen to this. Javon lasted the longest at 40 minutes and 58 seconds. Oba was number 2 at 39 minutes and 4 seconds. Cody was number 3 at 36 minutes and 50 seconds. Number 4 is LA Knight. No, I'm sorry. Number 4 is Logan Paul at 25 minutes. Then after Logan Paul, everybody else is sub 20 minutes. Almost everybody else is sub 10 minutes, damn near, after Logan Paul.
Also, they did Rusev dirty.
Did they?
Rusev lasted 32 seconds.
I have no more hope for Rusev anymore. He's gonna go back. He's gonna go back to catering.
This is sad. This is just fucking sad.
Braun Breaker has the shortest time.
They also did Matt Cardona dirty as well.
Matt Cardona lasted 55 seconds.
Yeah,
Braun Breaker, of course, is the shortest time in there at 10 seconds. Sorry.
Who else was done dirty in the match? Yeah, those were the real ones who I think.
Ray Phoenix lasted 28 seconds.
Yeah, Ray Phoenix. That's also another dirty one there. Javon Evans. I mean, that boy was bouncy. You know, he was like the Kofi Kingston of this match. I wish he would have done a pretty cool spot. You know what I mean, like a Kofi Kingston type of spot.
So
I like what he was doing though.
So to also give you another update, Raw is going to start Elimination Chamber qualifiers come next week, since the pay-per-view is on the 28th.
At least they're getting that shit set up.
I will be in attendance for that.
Okay, Judge. Okay.
Good shit.
I haven't bought tickets yet. I'm gonna wait till like the last minute to get tickets because
I feel that.
Yes, sir. I mean, we all knew that Roman, you know, like he was like one of the forefronts to win the Rumble.
And see, to get that, I'm not mad that Roman won.
I'm not mad that,
but it was like, did Roman really need that?
I'm upset that they're not building new stars when they like, you know, people.
Yeah, like
because there's multiple stars that they could build, but they just want to go back to their, you know, their safe option, Roman Reigns. You know, who I mean, yeah,
because
he does bring in, you know, a lot of money. He does, you know, and
the
also
man.
They wanted to write off what he did in 2015. Like Leo said, you know, they wanted to write off that. You know, so this Rumble victory for him was a lot better.
Look at since Dizzle's prediction did not come true. Hold on, I'm gonna tell y'all who should have been the real winner of this Rumble. This right here And considering the way it would have been built, I understand, I get it, but this should have been your Rumble winner.
Absolutely not. Absolutely. Why would you want to win?
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it.
To retire AJ Styles, then come in and win the Rumble.
True, but I think and this is why I'm okay with what they're doing with it, because I believe it was a year ago where I brought this up when I was talking about how after he lost the Intercontinental Championship. So it was maybe like a couple years ago or a year and a half ago. After he lost the Intercontinental Championship, I was like, they need to build him in a way where he doesn't go for the title yet. And of course, they fast tracked that, and he won the World Heavyweight Championship twice already. But what they're doing now is what I wanted them to do before he won the World Championship for the first time. I wanted them to find a way to kind of have it marinate and then not have him just automatically go to just gold, because then at some point you'll just end up making it stale. So what they're doing now with this is they're going all in, especially with them pulling the trigger on the AJ Styles stuff. He's about to open up a bunch of doors for the next generation of people coming in, because AJ is not the only one that's got one foot out the door at this point, because we already know Brock got a foot out the door. Who knows how much longer?
Brock. I'm telling this right now. Brock Lesnar, he's gonna be retiring at SummerSlam in Minneapolis.
So you got that. Then you definitely have to have a basically a pre-written story with the Legend Killer versus the Career Killer. So you're definitely getting that shit. I'm not sure who else we got. I mean, they could even bring some other people in here. So
I mean, if Christopher Jericho shows up,
that too.
Don't know his we still don't know his official status of if he's with the company or not. So still got Christopher there.
So La Parka, if you want to go ahead and just get that shit out the way.
Yeah, get that shit done with.
But yeah, man. I think what we'll end up getting is
maybe Punk someday might get that.
Punk is on that list too, because he's gone on record plenty of times to be like, I got more years behind me than I have ahead of me. So, and I don't know what else they have planned for him. So we can absolutely see that shit too. Run it.
Yeah, but this Rumble match was very disappointing. I was disappointed. And Triple H, he is a gaslighter. Like, he goes like, oh, there's going to be so many surprises. This is going to be the best Royal Rumble ever.
Once again, look.
I'm tired of believing. This is a toxic relationship right here.
Look, I was telling my coworkers today about the preview we did last week, and I was like, I'm sitting there listening, and it was mainly Leo, but I'm sitting there listening. I was like, man, y'all are giving WWE a little too much credit to think that they gonna book the way y'all think they gonna book.
That's why I need to stop having usually when I go into these shows, I don't have my hopes up, because I don't want to be disappointed, but like you should, it's a Royal Rumble, but then again, they were in Saudi. So maybe they don't want to empty the whole tank. They don't want to show all their cards here. And they get stagnant, because they're like, oh yeah, we're getting all this money coming in, and they're like, we don't have to book a great show, which is dumb as hell.
Well, again, it's the tale as old as time, and anytime you have the threat of competition, you end up doing better. You had the situation where Triple H had his hands tied with Vince, and Vince didn't look at NXT as anything other than a developmental thing. And Triple H looked at it as, hey, I'm building the future, next generation. I want to build the fundamentals. So he had a chip on his shoulder that he wanted to prove. So now that he's basically, shout out to CM Punk's old promo against John Cena, you become the one thing that you hate. Now he's basically a suit that has to answer to other suits, and without AEW booking the way they need to book, and with them buying the competition basically in a TNA with their contract deal that they've had, and then them buying AAA, and then being in bed with other people, they basically got their hands in a lot of pots where it's like they don't really have to worry about looking over their shoulders because they've mitigated everything to their favor. So now we're in a situation where Triple H, whether it be a fault of his own or if he has his hand tied by the suits, we're not getting what we should be getting. And a lot of people are sniffing the copium because they're like, hey, I'm looking at black and gold and I'm like, damn, we should be getting to such a thing. So I have hope that Triple H is going to get us out of this rut where who knows if it's because of him or because of the suits. But he's absolutely feeding us bullshit every time he opens his mouth because he's telling us a lot of shit where it's like, hey, we're going to get this or we're going to get that. Hey, just be patient. Trust the story. Trust the process. And it's like, motherfucker, we've been trying to trust this process for about 2.5 years and we ain't got shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, now it's getting to the point where people are starting to see, we can't trust you right now. So, but yeah. Fucking A, man. Fucking A.
Yeah, I just didn't like the Final Four. They could have done a lot more with that. And like I said, like some of the eliminations were just very poor here. It's like, yeah, I don't know.
All right, gentlemen, breaking news after the exchange of words between CM Punk and Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns say, I'm not choosing you because we on Netflix and this is the biggest show. I'm not choosing you because of, your name. I'm choosing you because I hate you. So, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, WrestleMania, main event.
I wish. I mean,
There
I
you
wish
go,
they were
guys.
gonna have
Breaking
Punk.
news.
I wish they were gonna have Punk defend the title inside the chamber. They're not gonna do that. It's probably gonna be a number one contenders match.
Well, I can say that shit's fucking stupid. Because you didn't need a Rumble win to build that shit. Hey, well, I want to challenge you because I hate you.
We'll see. This the problem, though. This the problem. If you look at it either way, it was either going to be a Rumble win. Hold on. It was either going to be a Rumble win or the Chamber win. So I mean,
I would have had Roman win the Chamber.
But that's the problem. You would have had Roman win the Chamber, but then depending on who you would have had actually win, would have had to been in limbo. And then they would have had to decide, okay, I'm going to take on Drew McIntyre. So if that's the case, that would have gave the reason for Cody to win again, which most likely Cody might win the damn Chamber since Drew eliminated Cody. So Cody may win the Chamber, and there you go. Cody and Drew.
Well, and this is why I hang my hat on the whole Sami Zayn winning the Rumble after losing to Drew McIntyre, because at least you can look at it from a perspective of, okay, well, he lost to Drew, he won the Rumble, he's going to try to run it back with Drew. Because
maybe they have Sami Zayn win the Chamber. I don't know.
Well, I mean, but again, that goes back to what I was saying before, where I was like, the stuff with SmackDown right now, you can go in a multitude of ways because they've actually built up something there. Whereas with CM Punk and this Roman situation, and this is the reason why I say it's fucking stupid, because, hey, I run the Rumble, so I'm challenging you because I hate you. You couldn't have built that shit up without the Rumble?
I know, right?
Like that shit is so, like, it's so fucking just low effort, and that's why it pisses me off, because you could have gone and again, nothing against Punk, but hey, yeah, and well, that also because Punk has already gone on record every week say, hey, I want to be. He said the shit last week when he challenged AJ. Hey, I already said I'm going to be a fighting champion. Okay, Roman steps up, challenges you. You're not going to say no because you've just said I'm a fighting champion. Whether you hate me or you don't hate me, I'm still going to defend this title. They don't watch their own shit.
You know what? It does kind of, but okay. So funny enough, when Punk first gets to the ring, he started addressing the camera and he starts addressing Finn Balor, and then that's when Roman goes, "Damn, he must have hit you in the head hard enough, because how you gonna come in my ring and start talking about another man?" Type of instance. And then pretty much Punk was saying Roman's blueprint came from him. I was the longest reigning champion. I had Heyman by my side. You became the longest reigning champion because you had Heyman by your side. So pretty much Punk was like, everything you did, you pretty much kind of, you know, following my blueprint. Roman was like, look, you showed me what not to do, big dog. So everything you did, I know not to do it. And, you know, like I said, them trading barbs back and forth. And then, you know, Roman was like, I'm tired of you treating me like I'm some type of ring boy type of instance. So, and then boom, Roman Punk, WrestleMania.
And look,
low effort.
Yeah, and the story's been there from even when Punk was in AEW and they were talking about the whole Shield stuff where he's like, I brought the Shield in, and Roman was like, you didn't make me, and all this other stuff. It's like, what the fuck is WWE creative getting paid to do?
We can create better.
I don't know,
but they would never hire us because we're too smart.
We got common sense.
We got common sense. Yeah.
It's like, Jesus, man. I mean, come on, dude. Like, look, after this Mania season, you know what? No, let me not even say that, because again, it goes back to what Scoot says. We really think that there's a shot that WWE is just going to be like, hey, wake up one day and be like, we got to book better.
No, because they have every reason not to.
At this point, I want AJ to go to AEW and light the shit the fuck up.
Yeah, at this point, me too. I was kind of like, when I heard my buddy Wolf, he said it on the stream. He goes like, there's rumors of AJ Styles going over to AEW. Then in the moment I was like, I don't want to see that. He was going kind of. Hopefully, he won't get lost in the shuffle. But like, I don't know. I want to see AJ Styles go over there now and this fucking go have some banger matches over there and just light this company on fire. Yeah, exactly. But man, this Rumble pay-per-view. I mean, it wasn't. I'm not gonna say it was like the worst, but it was mid. It was mid. It was
so fucking meh. It's like, hey,
they stayed safe with a lot of things. I mean, with a lot of their picks. I mean, it's very predictable, to say the least.
It's one of those situations where it's like, yeah, okay, it was a Rumble. I'm not really gonna go back and watch it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go back and watch this. Like, later on here, I gotta go back and watch this Rumble.
Oh, no.
It wasn't.
Oh, not at all. I have no reason.
No. Like, because there's nothing that stood out like, oh, that's like, has to be one of the matches of the year. Like, no. And it was also Riyadh. Like, these Saudi shows, I'm gonna hate when WrestleMania is in Saudi next year.
Yep.
It's gonna be a pain.
Yeah, it's gonna have that quote unquote Saudi stink because it's gonna have the money, it's gonna have the pageantry, but considering that Saudi is gonna have the influences that they have to want certain matches, no telling what the fuck the booking could look like.
You know what we're gonna get? We're gonna get The Rock and Roman double retirement next year.
So I don't know. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Rumble 2026. And in case you're wondering, the winner of Tag Rumble was none other than Jaeger Bombastic. As of now, he will be facing me, but at Grand Slam Australia, I have to go against my best frenemy to see who's going to walk into, the next situation.
I want in on that. I want make it a triple threat. Make it.
Nah.
Okay,
we gotta run this one-on-one. We gotta run this one-on-one.
I want the winner of Chamber. Actually,
wait a minute. You gonna see what happens with these points depending on who gets a spot for Chamber Revolution series.
So pretty much the Chamber Revolution series is pretty much going to be what, damn near everybody minus Jaeger.
No, it's going to be
the winner out of me and you,
whoever the champion is automatically, and then two other spots. So whoever has the most points tallied between Grand Slam and then whatever other shows between Rumble and Elimination Chamber, whatever shows are in between that, whoever has the most points is basically process of elimination.
Okay.
You get the most points, you get a spot. Next amount, you get a spot. Whoever has the lowest is out. So, yeah.
But yeah, don't be the lowest.
Don't be the
Don't be
lowest.
the lowest. So yeah, so that's how it goes. You know, we trying to build up to this tag mania. You know what I'm saying? We got Elimination Chamber, we got Revolution, we got Grand Slam. I think I don't think there's a main event. I think it's only just Elimination Chamber. So yeah, we only have those 3 events before.
There might be. I think Vengeance Day is coming up as well.
I would say because also NXT hasn't announced nothing yet, so I'm pretty sure there will be an NXT show. But yeah, so congratulations, Jaeger. This is his second time winning a Tag Rumble. Let's just hope this won't be his second time going into Tag Mania and losing.
It's I mean, statistically speaking,
you know what I'm saying? It's not looking good.
No, not at all.
But
not at all.
But yeah, Royal Rumble 2026, Saudi Arabia, the biggest meh out of 10. Biggest meh out of 10.
It was mid.
Big time. Big time.
And with that being said, I'm gonna pass the ball over there to Lip Dizzle so he can do that thing that he do oh so well.
It should have been me. But of course, whether you loved it, hate it, don't forget to rate it. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Leave all your comments, questions, concerns down below. Make sure that you go check out Kicking It with Leo. Make sure you check out Juggs' channel over there. All their reviews, recaps, retro reviews, and all that good shit. Make sure that you tag that subscribe button, tag the like button, tag the notification bell so you get updated on any and everything that we drop on a weekly basis. And of course, as I go ahead and warm up the Too Sweet to the Bros, of course, you at home as well can join in for that good old Too Sweet with a good old bada 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 bada
Damn.
And of course, until you see these handsome faces and hear these immaculate voices, we bid you all adieu. And until next time, you beautiful, 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 beautiful mother effers. Tag the fucketh out.
Dollars make a way to make a change.